Imagine standing in one of the hottest places on Earth, then shivering just a few hours later. By midnight, that same desert can become freezing cold. How can the exact same place change so much in just a few hours? Most people think it's because of the sand, but that's not the real reason. The real answer is something you can't even see. The desert air is extremely dry, with almost no water vapor to hold onto heat. In most places, water vapor acts like a giant, invisible blanket around the Earth. That blanket keeps much of the day's heat from escaping too quickly after sunset, but deserts are missing most of that invisible blanket. So after the sun goes down, the heat escapes into space much faster than you might expect. But that's only half the story. The sand plays a role too. Sand heats up very quickly under the blazing sun. But unlike water, sand can't hold on to that heat for very long. So once the sun disappears, the ground cools down incredibly fast. That's why a desert can feel like two completely different worlds in a single day. That's a big problem for animals that can't make their own body heat. Before night gets too cold, many animals hide underground. Just a short distance below the sand, the temperature stays much more stable. Some desert animals don't come out until the sun goes down. For them, the freezing night is actually the best time to search for food. Even experienced campers are often surprised by how cold a desert can become. That's why warm clothes are just as important as water in many deserts. And here's something even more surprising. Some deserts even get snow. The Sahara Desert has recorded snowfall on rare occasions. That's because deserts aren't defined by heat, they're defined by how little precipitation they receive. Antarctica is actually the largest desert on Earth. It counts as a desert because it receives very little precipitation each year. So a desert doesn't have to be hot, it just has to be dry. That's why deserts can exist in both the hottest and the coldest places on Earth. So the next time someone says deserts are always hot, you'll know the real story. Because deserts lose heat so quickly, the biggest temperature drop happens right after sunset. The temperature can drop by more than 20 degrees Celsius in just a few hours. That's one of the fastest day-to-night temperature changes anywhere on Earth. So the same desert that burned your feet during the day can leave you reaching for a jacket at night. So next time someone says deserts are always hot, you'll know they're only telling half the story. The secret was never the sand alone, it was the air above it. Without water vapor, the day's heat escapes into space almost like an open window. That's why one desert can feel like summer during the day and winter at night. Nature is full of surprises, and deserts are one of its greatest tricks. So the next time you hear someone say deserts are always hot, you'll know the real reason they're not. Subscribe for more amazing facts.